Hey guys, so this weekend I ran 48 miles in 48 hours. It was part of the David Goggins challenge. If you've never heard of the David Goggins challenge before, what it is you run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours straight. This isn't like a regular marathon or a regular ultra marathon. This one is you have a lot of breaks in between. And so you may be thinking, oh, that's a good thing. Well, in reality, it can be good and bad because you start getting a little tired, you start, winding down for the day or the night, and then you gotta hop back up and run some more. So this one pushed me mentally and physically. And I know if you choose to do it or you are gonna do it, I know it will probably do the same for you. But I wanted to make this video to break down the nutrition, my times, and let you guys in and just see how this event was for me and what you can do to prepare for a big event like this in the future. All right, first let's talk about my time. So I'm gonna go through this really quick and give you guys some insight about each one of my runs. There was 12 runs you have to do. In each run there were 4 miles, right? The cool thing about this and the hard part about it was that you started at night. We started here in the Eastern Standard Time. We started at 11 p.m. So my first run, as you can see here, I have it on my phone and on the screen here, but at my first run you can see I did it pretty good, under 9 minutes per mile. And my strategy was I'm gonna try to hit 9 minutes or less with each run. I want to stay consistent. So this one obviously I did at 11 p.m., 8 minutes and 40 seconds per mile. You go to run number 2 and it was right around the same time. My cadence, my tempo was the same, and literally I was 6 seconds off from the first run. Pretty cool. Now you go to run number 3, I changed locations, and actually I did this one a little bit slower, but that's part of it. I actually had a friend of mine running with me, Ty Martin. Thanks Ty for running, and Cole, I appreciate your guys' support. Run number 3 was actually when we completed mile 12, which wasn't too bad. I was thinking that I would be super tired by even that point. I didn't really train for this event. To give you a glimpse of how I did this, was a month before the event, I said, you know what, this would be pretty cool to do. I think I want to do it. And then I kind of forgot about it. And a week before, I was reminded yet again through David Goggins' Instagram. I said, you know what, I think I'm gonna do it. So it was a week before I started running. I just did 4 miles one day, 4 miles the next. And I think I just ran a total of like 16 miles before this event to train, and jumped right on in. So for not having much training at all, run number 3 wasn't too bad. Run number 4, changed the location once again. And actually this one I ran more miles, or more mileage, and I did it in faster time. So I don't know how I did this, but I don't know, maybe that hurt me in the long run. I'm not sure. Run number 5, as you can see, changed the location again. And this one actually, I didn't know it, but this one was a lot of rolling hills. If I would have known that, and if I was thinking ahead, I probably wouldn't have gone that route. But as you can see, I still ran it faster than my first 2 runs at 8 minutes and 23 seconds per mile. And that's something for you guys when you're out there doing your events. Just plan ahead, look at the routes you're gonna be taking, because obviously it's gonna affect your mileage and it's gonna affect how fast you can do it. So just be prepared. Run number 6. So this one was right around 8:52 per mile. Same location as I did, I believe it was run number 4, but it was a little slower. I didn't do it as fast, but obviously this was the halfway mark. This was when I got done with 24 miles, and this was also at 7 p.m. So it was starting to get late and starting to get a little cold. Run number 7, I did again right around that 8:43 per mile. I loved it. This gave me like a little boost of encouragement, because I was like, man, I'm 7 runs in and I'm still hitting my pace of what I want to be at. So that was pretty encouraging to look at that and see that kind of progress. So run number 8 is actually where I messed up. So I told myself, I was like, it's 3 in the morning. I don't really want to run. It's cold outside and my legs are hurting. I'm gonna try running on the treadmill. And so I hopped on the treadmill, and it wasn't as I thought it would be. I thought it would be easy, when in fact, I should have known I hate treadmills, so my body and my mind was not feeling it, and I ended up walking a mile. So you see the time is actually about 10 to 12 minutes slower than my past runs. It's because I hate running on treadmills, and I actually walked 1 mile. That was the only mile I walked. I learned that taking the easy way isn't always the best way. Fast forward to run number 9. I actually did this one a little slower as well, and I did 9:19 per mile. Fast forward to run number 10. A little faster, 8:45, so right where I wanted to be around. And you got to think this was at around that 40-mile mark. Not too bad for 40 miles in, hitting my pace that I want to be at. Run number 11 was a little slower at 8:55, and run number 12 was at 9:13. So as you can see, I burned a lot of calories as well. On the screen, you can see the little calorie markers there. I burned about 7,000 to 8,000 calories on this run. And so nutrition was a big part of it. I ate a lot of carbs because as you're running, you do have to take in a lot of calories and a lot of things that are going to help you in the long run. So I did take those. I took little hammer gels, if you know what those are, little energy gels you can put in your pocket. That was the biggest thing, is just trying to make sure my calorie intake was good enough. Eating fruits, right? Eating healthy food that's going to digest fast and not keep me bogged down for the next run. And so make sure you have not only your location and your routes picked out, but your nutrition, what you're going to eat ahead of time. I pretty much ate my wife out of the house. I ate so much food, but you got to do what you got to do. So make sure you have your nutrition and your rest, because a lot of times you think, oh, I have a lot of rest. You don't actually have that much rest between each runs, because by the time you run, you stretch, get a bite to eat. Probably for me, I had to ice my legs. I took some cold baths. And by the time you do all that, maybe even shower, you only have like an hour and a half, 2 hours of rest. So just make sure you're planning for that rest and you block out the whole weekend for this event, because it's gonna be needed very much. I appreciate all your all support. There were so many people messaging me on Facebook, Instagram saying, hey, hope you're doing all right, thinking about you, praying for you. And so I appreciate everybody that's watching this, everybody that was, chimed in and congratulated me. I really appreciate you guys. But somebody asked, would you do this again? Not right now. I got to get my legs and my back healed up and just get everything situated. I would probably consider it in the future, or maybe doing something else extreme like this. So I would recommend you go out there, try something new, whether it's just running a 5K or running an ultra marathon, sort of run like this. Just do something to get you out of your comfort zone and push you past your physical limits. Because once you do that, that's when you're going to grow mentally. If you guys have any questions about this event or how it went, drop a comment below. I also have some links in the bio where you can go down there, or in the description, and you can see some of the products I use, my shoes I ran in, and actually you can get a link to Strava if you guys like Strava or haven't, even been on there before. You can get a free account. So just see all the links below, check it out, and thank you guys for everything. God bless you, and we'll see you very soon.